so grateful to you for doing this.
We're so honored.
Happy to be here.
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing. And I mean, everything. I mean, obviously your songs in the past, but you know, what's happening with The Blessing is extraordinary.
Yeah, it's been so moving to watch it go into homes and into people's hearts and just all over the globe. I've cried so much just watching the reaction and just the blessing of people receiving it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And how did that come about? Was that your idea, or how did it happen?
It felt like the idea just dropped in the room, like heaven just came in the room, and Pastor Stephen started going on this idea of just the number 6, the Aaronic blessing, and kind of started writing something around that idea.
Yeah.
And it just felt like from that point on, we wrote the song in just a few hours, and and then we kind of even threw it together for the weekend service. We just thought, well, Kari and I were already there, so we were like, well, let's lead it. Why not?
Yeah.
And then not knowing that the services would go the way that they did. And, and that's the recording that you see is just from one of those services. And after we, led it that weekend, we thought, man, I feel like the Lord is telling us we have to get this out right now. And that was before the pandemic was a massive deal in the US. For us, it was just this faraway thing in a different country that people were talking about. But now looking at it, it's like the timing of it, obviously the Lord was like, the world needs this song right now.
Yeah, I mean, how do we worship now when we can't gather together, that we can't sort of gather in the church, and there's so much energy and power, and we do gather all together. It's so wonderful. And now we've got to worship on our own. How do we do that? How do we sustain that when we're on our own?
I think that God's heart would be that we're encountering God in our homes.
Yes.
And maybe we've gotten away from that some, and maybe this is an opportunity for God to bring that back into the home, and to bring the families back together, to bring the encounters with God back into the home. And I think that's a beautiful thing that I hope when we're able to gather together again, that we're different after this in a good way, that when we come together, it's just an overflow of what's already happening in our home.
And with The Blessing, what are you sort of hoping it will achieve? When people are singing that and singing about their children and the children's children, what are you seeing really in that, or what are you hoping?
We're getting so many emails and being tagged on videos and things like that of these kids singing it in their homes. And even one that was so moving was a group of orphans singing it in the Philippines. And just declaring, it's a declaration song. And God promises us that whatever he says in his word will not come back void. So I'm praying for people to have just a breakthrough in fear, that it would break off, and that they would really be able to be at peace in their soul. Just that deep peace, not just like a mind, just a shallow peace, but deep down knowing, okay, God, you said this, I believe it, and I'm going to just stand on this. And I pray that it just annihilates fear. I pray that those mamas that are riddled with torment of the what ifs, that just would be stopped, and that the enemy would not be able to come in and lie and steal from your peace in your home. And that you would be able to just look around and look at the blessing of what the Lord is doing.
And what about the word peace? What does that mean to you? The word peace.
Peace.
What does peace mean to you?
Oh man, for me it means just a deep settling. It's just a settling of my spirit, of my heart, of just getting to just breathe in, and things just like kind of like a water that's real topsy-turvy and moving, and it just stops, and just there's a stillness. And for me, for that, when I need peace, when I'm like, Lord, I need peace, I even feel like my heart rate slows. It's like I just remember, okay, God, you promised peace, and I don't have to feel shaken. I can feel at ease and knowing that you've got this.
So just see what Selena Gomez has done with it.
Yeah, so
So Selena posted a video of her and a couple of her friends singing it in her house.
Singing your song.
Singing the blessing. Yeah.
Okay.
And, she has 171 million followers.
Okay.
And so what's amazing about that is that she's broadcasting the truth and the word and the hope of God, across her channels and all those people that are affected by that. It's just incredible.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
What do you think the heart of God is in this situation? Because it's such a terrible situation. People are saying, where is God? Where is God in all of this? Because it feels like someone asked us in our Alpha group last night when we started Alpha. So we're online, we're doing it all the time now. And we asked the first question, these are all people who are inquiring, then people who are not Christians. Yeah. And we ask, what if you could ask God, if it turned out there was a God after all, and you could ask God one question, what would you ask? And someone said, the question they'd ask God is, where have you been?
I feel like I've asked that, like, why is this happening? Yeah. But we all sit here and talk like this and talk about worship and have relationship with the Lord because somewhere along the way we realized He's real and that His peace is real and that there is an exchange that happens when we exchange our worries and our whys and our frustrations and our anger, and we just lay it at the altar and we decide and just choose faith over fear and faith over the questions. And we all have those questions, we all have those moments, but there's something beautiful about the heart of God. And I don't believe that He brought this sickness, and I don't believe that He's distant in this time. There's so many miraculous things happening in the midst of all of this. And I think that if you're struggling in that area, I just would encourage you to just take a step back and let Him prove Himself to you in this season.
Thank you so much.
Yes, lovely to see you.
Lots of love. God bless.